The crybaby childhood friend who clamored to marry me when we were kids grew up to be the Ice Queen campus belle that everyone worships. I thought we'd never cross paths again after not seeing each other for years, but who would have expected her to suddenly move in with me? And what I expected even less was, after moving in, she would pretend to have a terrible sense of direction every single night just to sneak into my room. Just recently, I received a call from my mom, dropping the bombshell that my childhood friend Luna was coming to live at my place. I rejected the idea without a second thought. Although my memory vaguely recalled a little girl who lived in the apartment below ours when we were kids, she wasn't just a massive crybaby, but she also loved trailing behind me, yelling, "Leo, brother Leo!" But it had been 10 years. Who on earth would even remember each other? Son, I'm informing you, not asking for your opinion. Your father and I paid for that house in full, Mary, my mom said with absolute dictatorial authority. Hearing her put it like that, I realized I practically had zero right to refuse. Half a year ago, I said I wanted to rent a place outside to start my own business. My parents didn't say a word. They just bought this apartment for me outright, claiming they fully supported my dreams. Ultimately, I twitched my lips and agreed to the arrangement. At exactly 3:30 p.m., I went downstairs to pick her up. Not long after, a taxi pulled up at the neighborhood gate. The car door opened, and a girl stepped out. She was wearing a pink and white camisole paired with light blue denim shorts, perfectly showcasing a pair of straight, flawlessly pale legs. Was this seriously the little crybaby from 10 years ago? Seeing me come down, Luna waved her hand in my direction. "Brother Leo!" I gave a faint yeah, though my face felt a little hot. I wasn't sure if it was because her brother Leo sounded a bit too sweet, or if I was just getting roasted by the blazing sun. Once we got home, I grabbed a pair of gray men's slippers from the shoe rack and tossed them on the floor. "I don't have women's slippers here. Just make do with these for now." Luna nodded. "Brother Leo, could you take me to the nearby supermarket later? I want to buy some daily necessities." "No problem." I closed the door and glanced at her. "Besides my bedroom, you can pick either of the other 2 rooms. Which one do you want?" Luna looked around and eventually pointed in a specific direction. "I'll take this empty room." Seeing that she was pointing right at the room next to my bedroom, my expression grew a bit heavy. "Are you sure? Next door is my bedroom. I remember you having a terrible sense of direction when you were a kid." "I am not bad with directions. That was just when I was little and couldn't tell north from south." Her ears gradually turned red, but she still argued with absolute self-righteousness. She was never going to admit it. I gave her a look, my heart still harboring serious doubts. "So," I spoke up, "we aren't a couple. Now that we're living together, there are some boundaries we need to pay attention to. For example, please wear a bit more clothing when you're out in the living room. It's fine if I'm at a disadvantage, but if you're at a disadvantage, my mom will literally murder me." Luna's small face flushed red. "Leo, you big dummy, do you expect me to wrap myself up like a bear? No way, girls are supposed to dress pretty." 10 minutes later, we headed downstairs to the nearby supermarket. Once we exited the neighborhood gate, I walked ahead at my own pace. Just then, a soft, sticky voice came from behind. "Brother Leo, you're walking too fast. Can you slow down a bit?" Hearing this, a weird expression flashed across my face. I'm tall and have long legs. Naturally, my walking pace is much faster than Luna's. Realizing this, I backtracked a few steps and scratched my head awkwardly. Before I could even speak, her tiny hand grabbed the corner of my shirt. "I'm not familiar with this area. I'm afraid I'll get separated from you." At this moment, Luna's beautiful face was tinted pink and she was gently biting her lower lip, looking absolutely pitiful. I discreetly swallowed hard and explained, "I didn't mean to leave you behind. I'm just used to walking fast. Besides, even if you did accidentally get lost, don't you have a map app on your phone to navigate?" Hearing this, 2 patches of rosy red bloomed on Luna's cheeks again. How embarrassing. Who would dare admit that she could still get lost even while staring directly at a GPS? I absolutely cannot let Leo know this. I'd be mocked for eternity. Soon, we arrived at the supermarket. In less than half an hour, Luna had piled the shopping cart high. "Brother Leo, can you help me grab those slippers? They're too high, I can't reach." Luna stood in front of Flipstrash rack, staring at the top row with sparkling eyes. Seeing this, I reached up and grabbed them, realizing they were slippers with a pink bunny pattern. Do all girls like stuff like this? I thought, feeling a bit mind-blown. This was the first time a pink item was going to grace my apartment. 5 minutes later, we arrived at the checkout counter. The cashier lady looked at us, smiled, and asked, "Handsome young man, do you want to buy some of those?" I followed her gaze and was instantly startled. Before I could even reply, a confused voice rang out from beside me. "What are those?" Luna looked entirely serious, her eyes full of pure, unadulterated innocence. On the shelf next to the register sat several colorful little boxes. "Those are imported candies. Don't buy them. They're bad for your health." I lied with a completely straight face, though internally, a massive boulder was rolling over my sanity. Thank God Luna didn't know what those adult balloons actually were. Otherwise, this would have been a catastrophic level of awkwardness. What is wrong with this cashier? Asking so bluntly, do we really look that much like a couple? Luna just gave an "oh" and didn't overthink it. That evening, we returned home. Mary had just walked out of the kitchen. Seeing me carrying 2 huge bags, she chuckled happily. "Son, looks like you two are getting along quite well. I twitched my lips and didn't reply. My own mother was a master at setting me up. "Hello, Auntie Mary," Luna, who was trailing behind me, greeted obediently as she entered. "Luna, it's been so long. Go put your things away first. I just need to stir-fry 2 more dishes and we can eat." Watching Luna carry her shopping bags toward the bedroom, I swiftly dashed into the kitchen. "Mom, how long is she staying here?" "Why? Don't you like Luna?" "There's suddenly another girl in the house. I'm just not used to it." "Well, by your logic, are you planning to never get a girlfriend in your entire life? I know you like reading comics and novels, but 2D characters can't pop out into reality, you know. You need to learn how to interact with girls. Besides, that anime you were binge-watching recently, doesn't the female lead look exactly like Luna?" I was momentarily speechless. Honestly, when I saw Luna this afternoon, I was also stunned. I couldn't believe a girl this pretty actually existed in real life. 3 minutes later, the final dish was served on the dining table. Mary smiled brightly. "Luna, I made this bamboo shoot and cured meat stir-fry especially for you. I remember you loved this when you were little. From now on, treat this place as your own home. If you need anything at all, just bother your brother Leo." "Thank you, Auntie." The more Mary looked at Luna, the more she loved her. Beautiful, well-behaved, polite, and an incredible piano player to boot. Hiding a sly smile in her eyes, Mom asked, "You aren't dating anyone yet, right?" "My mom doesn't let me date yet. Your brother Leo is turning 19 soon, and he hasn't dated anyone either." Nowadays, there are benefits to dating a bit later. Luna let out a soft and secretly peeked at me, only to find that I was looking right at her. Her small face flushed red, and she hurriedly lowered her head. I was dumbfounded. I literally just happened to look at her. Did that warrant getting scared like that? I'm not a wild beast, you know. Their little exchange was fully captured by Mary's eagle eyes. The corners of her mouth curled up slightly. She obviously already knew Luna wasn't dating anyone. She purposely asked that question so I could hear the answer. "Son, your old mom can only help you this much. Don't embarrass me." After dinner, I went into the kitchen to wash the dishes while Mary and Luna were in the bedroom making the bed. I was super curious. What on earth were they talking about? The door was closed, but I could still hear bursts of giggling coming from inside. After a while, the two of them emerged. "Luna, I'll be heading back now. Get along well with Leo here. Even though you two haven't seen each other in 10 years, feelings can slowly be cultivated. Proximity breeds affection after all." What the heck does proximity breeds affection mean? Is she going to live here forever? By the time I snapped out of it, Mary had already opened the door to catch the elevator. I hurriedly chased after her to get some clarity. "Son, Luna is under your roof now. You better take good care of her, you hear me? Don't you dare bully her." "Got it," I replied reluctantly. "I'm an adult now. I won't be as childish as I was when we were kids. I'll treat her like my own biological sister and take good care of her. I don't need another daughter." Mary rolled her eyes in sheer exasperation. Stepping into the elevator, she frowned. "What a dense son I have. Did God board up his window of romance? How can he treat her like a sister?" After taking a shower that night, I saw Luna sitting on the living room sofa. I hesitated for a moment before asking, "Why aren't you asleep yet? Don't you have to report to the university tomorrow?" "I was waiting for you." "Waiting for me? For what?" "Brother Leo, I wanted to ask if you could accompany me to register tomorrow." "Sure. I have things to do in the afternoon, so I'll take you there at 9 a.m. "You're the best. You just look so naive and clueless. I'm just worried you'll get scammed into buying useless campus cards by those older students." "I am not clueless." Luna glared at me with a red face, stood up and marched back to her bedroom. "Leo, you big bad dummy." How dare he call her naive and clueless? She really wanted to punch him. After breakfast the next day, I took Luna to the university. Because we arrived quite early, the line at the registration desk wasn't long. Soon, the people in front of us finished. She stepped forward and placed her admission letter and ID on the table. One of the upperclassmen handling the registration saw her admission letter, his head snapping up in shock. "Luna, it's you, the genius piano girl of Cloud City. I was in the audience when you participated in the piano competition in May. I absolutely loved the piece you played." The guy stood up, looking visibly excited. "Thank you, but there are still people waiting behind us. Let's finish the registration first," she replied. Hearing this, the guy smilingly handed the form to Luna. After filling it out, just as Luna was about to turn and leave, the guy called out to her again. "Junior Luna, I'm a junior in the piano department, your direct senior. Is it convenient to add you on WeChat? If you need any help in the academy later, you can contact me. Men know men best." I knew that 99% of the time, asking for contact info in this situation came with ulterior motives. "Sorry, senior, I don't use WeChat." The guy was dumbfounded. Someone in this day and age not using WeChat? Well, I guess that makes sense, he thought. Luna is a genius piano girl. She probably practices every day. Where would she find the time to surf the web? Anyway, we're in the same department. I'll definitely find chances to interact deeply later. Alright, Junior Luna. Then once you register for an account, I'll add you. After leaving the registration area, I asked her out of curiosity. "I looked it up on my phone just now. The top 3 winners of that piano competition you entered get the chance to study at famous international music academies. Why did you choose to come to our university?" "Because I like River City. I lived here when I was little. The memories here are very beautiful," Luna said, revealing a sweet smile. Hearing this, I didn't say anything else. It seemed she was quite nostalgic. However, what I didn't know was that Luna's reasons for coming to River City didn't stop there. Your registration is done. Are you heading to your department or going home? Brother Leo, I want to go back. I'll be at this school for 4 years anyway, I can explore it later. Alright, then head back first. My department is organizing a meeting this afternoon. Do you remember the way back? Do you want me to drop you off? Even though Luna claimed yesterday that she wasn't bad with directions, she had only walked this route once. I was still slightly worried she'd get lost. Don't worry, Brother Leo, don't I have a map on my phone? I'll just search it up. Luna let out 2 muffled giggles. Okay, then head back. Since you don't have WeChat, give me your phone number so we can keep in contact. Text me when you get home so I know you're safe. I do have WeChat. Didn't you just tell that guy you didn't? My WeChat exists selectively. Luna's eyes curved into a smile. She absolutely refused to add strangers. After adding each other, Luna left. 2.5 hours later, my meeting ended. I pulled out my phone and noticed Luna had sent me a message half an hour ago. Brother Leo, I'm home. I was thoroughly confused. The university to my neighborhood was only a 20-minute walk. How did it take her 2 hours? Did she actually get lost? Walking out of the school gates, I sent her a message. What kind of food do you like? I'm going to the market to buy groceries. Brother Leo, where are you? I want to go too, can I? Sure. Come downstairs and wait for me at the neighborhood gate. I'm buying a lot today. An extra pair of hands wouldn't hurt. 10 minutes later, I arrived at the gate and saw Luna. She was wearing a white dress, her thick long hair draped casually over her shoulders, radiating a pure and adorable aura. Soon, we arrived at the market. I stopped in front of an elderly lady's vegetable stall. Leo, buying groceries again? What do you need? I'll pick the best ones for you. Grandma Miller smiled kindly upon seeing me. Thank you, Grandma Miller. I crouched down to grab some veggies. Is this little lady with you? Grandma Miller asked, her slightly wrinkled eyes sizing up Luna. She looks so sweet. Is she your girlfriend? I froze. The bitter gourd in my hand hit the floor. No, Grandma Miller. She's my mom's friend's daughter. We've known each other since we were kids. She's just temporarily staying at my place. Seeing this, Luna tilted her head, glanced at me, and then said to Grandma Miller with a radiant smile, Hello, Grandma. I'm not Brother Leo's girlfriend yet. Not yet? Does that mean she will be later? Hearing her words, I suddenly felt there were multiple layers of hidden meaning. That was incredibly easy to misunderstand. After paying, Grandma Miller leaned in and whispered in my ear, Since this little lady isn't your girlfriend yet, you better hurry up and woo her. Hearing this, my old face blushed red. I hastily said my goodbyes to Grandma Miller. Walking back to the apartment, Luna's steps began to slow down. Her little face was red too. Hearing the word girlfriend back at the stall had her heart boiling like a kettle. Luna, don't take Grandma Miller's words to heart. She's just curious. Even though she's old, she loves some good gossip. I know. Grandma Miller just thought we looked like a good match, so she asked. A good match? My whole body stiffened. I had just been invisibly flirted with. Back home, I went into the kitchen to prepare dinner. Luna followed me in. Brother Leo, is there anything I can help you with? I kept my head down, paused slightly, and replied, You can help wash some vegetables. Okay, even though I don't know how to cook, washing veggies is my strong suit. Luna smiled brightly. She occasionally helped her mom wash vegetables at home and was often praised for it. The kitchen wasn't big. Normally, one person could move around freely, but with an extra person, it felt a bit crowded. I turned my head and secretly observed Luna. She was holding a small piece of baby bok choy in her left hand, using her right hand to gently peel back the leaves and wash away the tiny bits of mud under the running water. It was such an ordinary task, but why did I suddenly feel that Luna was taking it so seriously that she looked insanely cute? I quickly got scared by my own thought and shook my head aggressively. That little crybaby who used to wipe her snot on my clothes is not cute. Once dinner was ready, Luna eagerly picked up her chopsticks and took a bite of rice. Brother Leo, your rice looks so distinct and plump and it tastes so soft and sweet. This was the first time anyone had ever complimented my plain white rice. She made a bowl of rice sound like a Michelin star delicacy. She looked like a goofy, satisfied kid. It was kind of adorable. Heh, can I assume that this is the first time a girl has eaten your cooking? Yeah, the first time. So that means you don't have a girlfriend yet, Brother Leo?
Yep,
I responded involuntarily. I looked up at Luna and found her wearing an incredibly beautiful smile. What the heck? Why is she smiling so happily? Is she mocking my single status? After eating, Luna stood up to clear the table. Brother Leo, go sit and rest. I'll do the dishes. No need. How can I let a guest wash the dishes? I live here, and you aren't even charging me rent. So this counts as cohabitating, not being a guest. Hearing this, I explained with extreme seriousness. Luna, we are not cohabitating. You are boarding at my house. Cohabitating is a term used for a couple in a relationship living together. Oh, got it. Luna nodded, the smile in her eyes deepening. After class the next day, I noticed a WeChat message from Luna. Brother Leo, my department has something going on at noons, so I won't be coming back for lunch. Your meal card doesn't have money, so you can't eat at the cafeteria. I'm not going back for lunch either. There's a cafeteria next to your department. Go wait for me there after class, and I'll come take you to eat. Okay. Luna replied almost instantly. I glanced at her WeChat display name and found it weirder the more I looked at it. The dazzling little moon. After pondering it for a while, I figured she probably hoped to become a dazzling genius piano girl. A few minutes later, I arrived at the cafeteria but didn't see Luna anywhere. Instead, I found her standing near a lost and found sign a short distance away. I walked over, unable to hold back a laugh. Are you waiting here so I can claim you from the lost and found? There were no seats, so I stood here so it would be easier for you to find me. Luna pressed her lips together, a hint of bashfulness in her voice. So awkward. If I had known, I would have stood somewhere else. I noticed the strange look on her face and asked in confusion, why is your face so red? Is it too hot? No, Brother Leo, thank you for specially coming to take me to eat. I spoke without even looking up. Not specially. I needed to eat too. We are all just humble dry rice eaters. Foodies. Leo, you massive idiot! Luna finally understood. The titanium-grade dense guy in front of her wasn't just normally dense. He was a black hole of romance. The crybaby childhood friend who clamored to marry me when we were kids grew up to be the Ice Queen campus belle that everyone worships. I thought we'd never cross paths again after not seeing each other for years, but who would have expected her to suddenly move in with me? And what I expected even less was, after moving in, she would pretend to have a terrible sense of direction every single night just to sneak into my room. After having lunch with Luna, she headed back to her academy. I didn't have classes in the afternoon, so I arranged to play basketball with some guys. By the time I finished and got home, it was already 4:30 p.m. Luna wasn't back yet, so I grabbed a pair of shorts and went straight to the bathroom. In the past, everything in my bathroom was either on the floor or the sink. Ever since Luna arrived, anything that could be mounted on the wall went up on the wall. The racks were lined with over a dozen various bottles and jars. She even thoughtfully put little labels on every shelf, and even bought a storage holder for my razor. Now, the bathroom somehow felt more spacious, and grabbing things was much easier. 5 minutes later, I pulled a dark blue towel off the rack. Scrubbing my hair with one hand and opening the bathroom door with the other, I strolled lazily toward the sofa. Suddenly, the sound of the front door unlocking rang out. My footsteps halted, and I stared blankly toward the entrance. The moment Luna opened the door, she saw me standing in the living room, completely shirtless. Drops of water were sliding from the ends of my hair, trailing down my neck and onto my chest, trailing downward to reveal the faint outlines of my abs. Her breath hitched, and she immediately slapped her hands over her eyes. Ah! Snapping back to reality, I instantly used the towel to cover my lower half. Luna, keep your voice down. The door isn't even closed yet. There are 3 units on this floor. If someone hears you, they'll think something illegal is happening in here. I spun around and bolted back to my bedroom. Only after the panic subsided did I realize I was wearing shorts. I just didn't have a shirt on. Why was her reaction so dramatic? I grabbed a white t-shirt from the closet, threw it on, and walked back out. Luna was still standing frozen in the exact same spot. My eyes are no longer pure. What do I do? What kind of logic is that? You saw my upper body and now your eyes are unholy? Sorry about that. I thought you were coming back later, so I didn't put a shirt on. I didn't see anything at all. Luna's face was flushed red. She suddenly shook her head. Brother Leo, I'm going to my room first. She booked it into her bedroom as fast as her legs could carry her. She absolutely refused to admit she looked. Watching her flee, I couldn't help but sigh. Sure enough, living with a girl was inconvenient. I spaced out for a moment before heading into the kitchen to prep dinner. Just then, Mary called. My expression changed. No way. Did Luna call my mom to snitch on me? Mom, what's up? Son, your dad is back. Since you don't have classes tomorrow afternoon, bring Luna over for dinner. I hummed in agreement, breathing a massive sigh of relief in my heart. Staring at Luna's bedroom door, which had been dead silent since she ran in, I cut up a plate of watermelon, walked over and knocked. Luna, want some watermelon? A moment later, the door cracked open. Luna smiled brightly. Thank you, Brother Leo. Truth be told, her face was still burning, but the two of us reached a silent mutual understanding to never mention what had just happened. Right then, Luna used a toothpick to spear a small piece of watermelon and held it right up to my face. Brother Leo, you have a piece too. Seeing her smiling face, I was completely mesmerized and ate the small piece of watermelon. It was the sweetest piece from the very center. It should be sweet, right? It's sweet. Take the plate to the living room and eat. The soup is done. I'll just stir-fry one more dish and we can eat. Once Luna sat on the sofa, I started cooking. It was strange. This dynamic with Luna gave me a totally different feeling inside. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Good thing she didn't bring up the after incident. Just a second ago, I was genuinely worried she was secretly inside assigning me some weird, creepy nickname. The handsome flasher or something. Just thinking about it was terrifying. And if she actually snitched to Mary, that would be even worse. After dinner, Luna lay on her bed, burying her face in her pillow. Leo, you big bad dummy. Bullying me again. Whenever she thought about the living room incident, her face felt like it had been roasted by the sun, hot and red. What do? I was totally fine during dinner, but the second I have free time, I can't stop my brain from replaying it. It even made her remember that incident from 10 years ago. Back then, she loved sticking to Leo like glue, but he hated her following him because he wanted to go play arcade games with the boys. One day, he He couldn't take it anymore, threw a fit, and bullied her relentlessly. Thinking about this made her even angrier. She clenched her fists and viciously pounded her pillow. After school the next afternoon, I was preparing to take Luna to my mom's place for dinner. I sat on the sofa and looked toward her door. She had gone into her room immediately after getting back from class, telling me to wait for her. But it had been 20 minutes! What on earth was she doing in there? 5 minutes later, Luna emerged. She had changed into a pure, stunning white dress. Her beautiful hair fell naturally over her shoulders, and she wore a red ribbon bow in her hair. Honestly, she looked so cute. I was instantly spooked by my own thoughts and rapidly looked away, silently chanting to myself, I will forever love 2D anime girls. I will forever love 2D anime girls. Seeing my reaction, Luna looked confused. Was he annoyed because he had to wait too long? Brother Leo, what's wrong? Nothing. It's already 5 p.m. Let's get going. Soon we arrived at my house. Once all the dishes were served, Luna quickly stood up. Auntie, let me help serve the rice. No, let your brother Leo do it. His absolute favorite hobby in the world is serving rice. Mary shot a look at me, sitting on the sofa. Receiving the loathing gaze from my mother, I swiftly got up and scurried into the kitchen. After dinner, my dad and I had to go out to handle some sudden business. Luna sat on the sofa, picked up a strawberry, and took a bite. Auntie, when will Uncle and Leo be back? Who knows? If they come back late, you two should just sleep here tonight. Sleep here? There are only 2 bedrooms. How is that going to work? Luna shook her head. Auntie, there's not enough room to sleep, right? I can head back early. There's plenty of room. You and Leo can sleep in his room. Wait, no, I mean you sleep with Leo. No, that's not right either. I mean, you sleep in his room and he sleeps on the sofa. Luna's small face went bright red. She didn't even know what to say anymore. Auntie Mary's phrasing could literally give someone a heart attack. Was she playing a terrifying game of syntax roulette? Not long after, my dad and I returned. Looking at the time, it was already past 8 p.m. Luna and I got ready to head back to the apartment near the university. On the way, Luna trailed behind me like a little kid following an adult home. Her beautiful large eyes curiously scanned our surroundings. The street lights in the alley stretched our shadows long, but as we reached the middle of the alley, the shadows faded. It was pitch black all around. Luna's steps grew slower, her heart filling with tension. Why are there no streetlights suddenly? Noticing the silence behind me, I turned around in confusion, only to see the girl squatting on the ground 5 meters away. She looked so tiny and absolutely adorable. Why'd you stop walking? The streetlights are gone. It's too dark. What the heck? Why is she so terrified of the dark? I had heard from my mom that she moved out of the dorms, specifically because she was scared of the dark, but I didn't expect it to be this severe. I walked over and crouched down. Cord, if you don't get up, I'm leaving without you. Brother Leo, please don't leave me behind, okay? I looked at her and suddenly had no idea what to reply. A ridiculously gorgeous girl, acting all wronged and looking like she was on the verge of tears in front of you. What man in this world could possibly fathom abandoning a girl this cute? Don't be scared. Come out with me. There's a late-night snack cart outside that sells amazing crispy rice crusts. My treat. I realized my voice was incredibly soft, and a gentle smile had naturally crept onto my lips. It felt like I was coaxing a child. Okay. Luna stared blankly at the boy in front of her. For some reason, in this moment, she felt Leo was incredibly gentle. In the few days they had lived together, this was the first time he had shown such a beautiful smile. So she slowly stood up. But just as she did, I suddenly reached out and patted her head. Luna blinked, her small face exploding into redness. She felt like her heart was about to burst out of her chest. I was also frozen in place, my hand hovering in the air, unsure if I should pull it back or keep patting. I cleared my throat. You had a dead leaf on your head. Oh, thank you. Luna gently curled her lips into a warm smile. Brother Leo, can I hold your hand? I was shook. Holding hands is definitely crossing a line. If my mom finds out, she'll end me. Let's skip the hand-holding. If you're scared, you can just grab the corner of my shirt like you did during the day. What's the point of grabbing your shirt? I just want to hold your hand. Brother Leo, please, I'm begging you. Seeing her adorably pouting and acting spoiled, I hesitated for half a second. Fine, but this is only because you're scared and asked to hold my hand. Got it? Nope. Exactly. Only because… Wait, what? I felt my right hand being enveloped by a very small, soft hand. Suddenly, a bizarre electric current surged through my heart. Because I was so nervous, my grip involuntarily tightened. Immediately, a soft voice echoed in my ear. Brother Leo, you're hurting me. Hearing this, I finally snapped out of it and loosened my grip. The 30-meter alley was neither long nor short. Once we exited, Luna's fear completely vanished. Brother Leo, since becoming an adult, is this the first time you've held a girl's hand? Yeah, pretty much, little dummy. I am not a little dummy. You're the dummy. You are. Seeing her get angry and blush at the same time was just too damn cute. Suddenly, a mischievous urge to bully her welled up inside me. Who actually blushes when they're mad? How can a girl be this cute? Stop! I cannot let my Taoist heart of being single be disturbed. Snapping back to reality, I looked at the little pushcart not far away. Let's go, little dummy. I'm treating you to crispy rice. Okay, I haven't had that in forever. But you are not allowed to call me a little dummy. Otherwise, I won't eat it. If you don't eat it, I'll eat too. Looking at his tall, straight back, Luna bit her lip, feeling a bit indignant. How is this guy a dummy? He's exactly the same as when we were kids, a big bad guy who loves bullying me. Auntie, 2 portions of crispy rice. You got it! I placed a 10 yuan bill into the cash box on the cart and scanned the toppings. I suddenly remembered that at the market last time, Luna mentioned she couldn't eat peanuts. Auntie, no peanuts on one of them, and go easy on the spice. Alrighty! Buying this for your girlfriend? How thoughtful of you. No, she's not. I was genuinely baffled. Why was it so easy to be misunderstood just for bringing a girl out nowadays? Did we really look like a couple? We got home around 9:30 p.m. Just as I finished showering and lay in bed, my buddy Harry, who I met at the start of the semester, sent me a message. Leo, look, your little childhood friend blew up on the university forum. I curiously clicked on the thread he sent. River City University campus belle and beau election. I was shocked to find Luna sitting snugly in the top 3 of the campus belle rankings. From what I knew, the university held this grand election every year. Candidates didn't even need to sign up themselves. Someone just had to submit their name and major. Leo, your girl's votes are skyrocketing. There's a video of her playing on the front page. Rumor has it the guy who posted it is her die-hard simp, and he's the one who nominated her. Hearing this, I clicked on the video. In a concert hall, Luna, wearing a white gown, walked onto the stage. She smiled, gave a slight bow, and said, "Hello, judges. I am contestant number 6. Her voice trailed off as she turned, walked to the grand piano in the center of the stage, and slowly sat on the bench. For some reason, my heart grew tense. This was the first time I had ever seen Luna play the piano. As the multi-minute piano piece played out, I was completely captivated by the video, unable to pull myself away. A while later, I looked down at my phone. Luna's votes were still climbing. I could see the comments below. Goddess Luna, I support you. This junior's playing is heavenly. The genius piano girl. Who wouldn't love a girl this pure and cute? As I kept reading, I couldn't help but frown. This obviously had nothing to do with me, but I felt an indescribable sensation in my chest. It felt like I didn't actually want Luna to receive attention from so many people. After class the next day, a few guys from my class and I went to eat hot pot. By the time I got back, it was 9 p.m. However, the living room lights were off and there was no sign of Luna in her room. I sat on the sofa and called her, only to find her phone was turned off. Weird. Why would her phone be off this late? I then called my mom, but Luna wasn't there either. Now I was starting to panic. Where did this little dummy go? I hung up, jumped off the sofa, and rushed to the door. Just as I opened it, there was Luna holding a pink paper bag. Brother Leo, why was the door deadbolted? I thought you were already home, so I locked it. Where have you been? Your phone didn't connect and you didn't reply to my WeChats. Hearing this, Luna swapped into her slippers and walked into the living room. She placed the pink bag on the coffee table and said excitedly, Brother Leo, after I left the academy tonight, I went to the bakery near the school gates to learn how to make cakes. The boss lady said I did a pretty good job on this one, so I wanted to bring it back for you to try. Hurry, try it! Seeing the girl's highly expectant eyes, my face grew heavy. Is she serving herself up on a silver platter again? Yesterday she was holding my hand. Today she's sharing a handmade cake. The plot development here was feeling highly suspicious. But really, who could reject an adorable little dummy? Although I hated to admit it, living with Luna these past few days had brought me a feeling I'd never experienced before. I always used to think girls were troublesome creatures, and dating was a massive waste of time. But if the girl was this cute and pretty, who would find that troublesome? After eating a few pieces, I was completely stuffed. To avoid wasting it, I handed the last piece to Luna. Here, you finish this. It's so late. If I eat this, I'll get fat. You eat it. What do you mean? Does eating it not make me fat? Luna, this won't do. If I get fat, no girls will like me. Auntie Mary will come hunt you down. They will. Luna smiled with her eyes curved, speaking with absolute unwavering certainty. Then she suddenly stood up and dashed back to her bedroom. Dummy, because I like you. The crybaby childhood friend who clamored to marry me when we were kids grew up to be the Ice Queen campus belle that everyone worships. I thought we'd never cross paths again after not seeing each other for years, but who would have expected her to suddenly move in with me? And what I expected even less was, after moving in, she would pretend to have a terrible sense of direction every single night just to sneak into my room. In the 2 days I've spent with Luna, she's given me a feeling I've never had before. Because of this, seeing her become the campus belle and getting ogled by every guy in school made me inexplicably annoyed. After breakfast the next day, I noticed Luna's bedroom door was still shut tight. Did this little girl forget to set an alarm, or does she not have class today? Just then, the door clicked open. I looked up and saw Luna stumbling out of her bedroom, looking like she hadn't woken up yet. Brother Leo, why didn't you wake me up? Luna bit her lip, looking incredibly wronged. The 10 alarms I set before bed are absolute villains. Not a single one woke me up. I don't know your schedule. I figured you didn't have class. Hurry up and eat breakfast. I'll bike you to school after. Soon after, I was pedaling her toward the River City University gates. Because there were a lot of students walking by, and keeping in mind the ongoing campus belle election, I slowly hit the brakes. You're in that election thing right now. Do you want to get off and walk the rest of the way yourself? It wouldn't be good if people misunderstood. Brother Leo, We are perfectly innocent. What is there to be afraid of? Let's go. I'm going to be late. If the professor scolds me, I'll cry, and then you'll have to take responsibility and coax me. If I knew how to coax girls, you wouldn't have gotten the nickname Little Crybaby when we were kids. Hearing this, Luna instantly recalled those humiliating memories from 10 years ago. She blushed and glared at me. Leo, you sure have a great memory, remembering all of that. Why the sudden first-name basis? No more brother Leo? Luna felt a rush of heat shoot straight to her brain. Can't I call you by your name? No, you're younger than me. Call me brother. I think brother Leo sounds better anyway. I'm ignoring you. What's so good about it? Luna actually wanted to call him by his name to close the distance between them. That way she could naturally transition into being his girlfriend later. By the way, I have a basketball game at noon at the South Campus courts. Do you want to come watch? Luna let out a soft hemph. My friend just happened to say she wanted to go watch a basketball game, so see you this afternoon. Seeing her acting so tsundere, I couldn't help but let out a low chuckle. That afternoon, Luna arrived at the basketball court. As soon as she walked in, she saw me standing not far away, surrounded by a group of girls handing me water. He already has girls giving him water, and he still asked me to come watch him play? Big bad guy, so annoying. Why does my heart feel so sour? Luna wore an expression that screamed, this queen is not amused. Her bright, captivating face looked pitiful, completely devoid of her usual pure aura. If I hadn't spotted her with my sharp eyes, she probably would have run away crying. Why are you so late? I saved you a seat. Go sit there and watch. I'm not here to watch you play basketball. Brother Leo, it's hot. Please have some water. Luna haughtily shoved a bottle of water into my hands, then dragged her female friend toward the bleachers. You're here to watch that senior play, right? Why didn't you just admit it earlier? Being this tsundere is a bad habit, you know. I wasn't here to watch him either. I'm here to watch handsome guys play basketball. That senior is pretty handsome too. If he entered the campus beau election, he'd definitely make the top 3.
How is Leo's handsome?
Okay, fine. He's maybe 100 million times more handsome than every other guy here, but only 100 million times. However, once the game started, Luna's eyes never left me. Pink bubbles were practically floating around her. Brother Leo is definitely the most handsome. Returning home that night, Luna excitedly sidled up to me. Brother Leo, I'm gonna make breakfast for you tomorrow. No need. Tomorrow is Saturday. I wake up really late. Just let me try, please. I'll learn how to make it, and you can eat it when you wake up. All right, knock yourself out. The next morning, I opened my door and peeked into the kitchen from afar. Since 7 a.m., a continuous cacophony of clanging and banging had been echoing from inside, sounding like a war zone. I could hear it loud and clear from my bedroom. If Luna hadn't repeatedly emphasized last night that I wasn't allowed into the kitchen no matter what noises I heard, I really would have charged in to check if my pots and pans were still alive. So, I shut my door, went back to bed, and scrolled through short videos. A while later, Luna's voice wafted in from outside. Brother Leo, breakfast is ready. Hearing this, I approached the dining table. When I saw a plate full of black, unidentified lumps, my soul left my body. What exactly did you make on this plate? Why is it black? Those are sweet and sour pork ribs. The color might have changed a bit. Luna blinked, looking incredibly sincere. She strictly followed the tutorial. Every step was done meticulously. Aside from the color being completely wrong, there shouldn't be any other issues, right? Driven by morbid curiosity, I picked up my chopsticks and took a bite. I nearly choked and died on the spot. What kind of cursed dark matter is this? Seeing my eyes practically vibrating, Luna's eyes lit up. Is it really good? But noticing my murderous glare, she guessed the outcome. Brother Leo, I'm so sorry. How about we go downstairs and buy breakfast? Let's just throw this away. Seeing her look so defeated, some ghostly impulse made me comfort her. For your first time, it's actually pretty good. Although the color is a bit off, the taste is passable. Really? Luna instantly revived. A beautiful smile bloomed on her lovely face. Really? Great, Brother Leo, I've decided. From now on, I'll cook dinner too. No. You just started university. You need to focus on your studies. Leave the cooking to me. Taking advantage of the moment Luna went back to her room, I swiftly disposed of the remaining dark matter, then pretended I had finished eating and sat on the sofa to play mobile games. A few minutes later, she came out and saw me gaming on the sofa, my facial expressions wild and varied. Her interest was piqued. She went into the kitchen, cut some watermelon, and sat down next to me. Brother Leo, is this game fun? It's all right. Have you never played it? I have a friend who really likes this game. I watch sometimes, but I don't understand it. After watching for a minute, she picked up a toothpick, speared a piece of watermelon, and brought it to my lips. Without a second thought, I opened my mouth and ate it. But then I froze. I looked at the girl beside me. She was only 30 centimeters away. The scent of romance was thickly tangling between us. Why are you hand-feeding me? Luna's face instantly went red, and she hurriedly turned her head away. He already ate it. Why is he asking? Even she didn't know. If she told him she meant to eat it herself, but her hand had a mind of its own and extended toward him, would he believe it? I just wanted to feed you. Is that not allowed? I'm not your boyfriend, so obviously it's not allowed. Intimate actions like this are only for people you like. I wanted to feed you. 5 minutes later, I glanced at my dead character, Lubin number 7. lying in the virtual grass, then turned my head to look at Luna. Ever since she sat down next to me, my heart had been in a panic. Why are you just sitting here? Because I want to watch. Dying accidentally in front of a girl is incredibly humiliating. Worse still, I had picked a hero I wasn't very good at. I had died 10 times in 5 minutes. So I defended myself. I rarely play this hero, that's why I died 10 times. I play my other heroes really well. I know you're watching me play for the first time today, how would you know? I believe whatever you say. If you say you play them well, then you definitely play them well. Then she suddenly asked, Brother Leo, can I play a round? Sure, but let me explain the basics first. Luna blinked her big eyes and listened attentively. When she heard that the support role was responsible for protecting teammates, she got visibly excited, as if she had suddenly found her life's calling. I want to play that. Why are you suddenly so excited? Because if I played support, I can protect you. Hearing this, I was stunned. Thinking back on Luna's various silver platter behaviors over the past few days, I couldn't help but suspect she liked me, but I quickly dismissed the thought. When we were kids, Luna said she liked gentle older brothers, and I was always bullying her. How could she possibly like me? That night, Luna got her period and lay weakly in bed. Seeing this, I went to the downstairs supermarket, bought some brown sugar, and followed a phone tutorial to brew a bowl of brown sugar ginger date tea. Once it was done, I walked to her room and knocked. It's ready. Come out and drink it. I don't have any energy, Brother Leo. Can you bring it in for me, please? Luna's voice grew quieter, sounding soft and weak. I stared at the bowl of tea, hesitated for a moment, and opened the door. Thank you, Brother Leo. Luna slowly sat up, took a sip of the tea, and blinked. You can leave now. My face darkened. You have me running in and out like a servant. Do I have no dignity? Seeing her lie back down, I remembered how often we had been mistaken for a couple lately. So I softly said, Luna, remember to transfer 66 yuan to me on WeChat. The stuff I just bought cost 66. Luna had originally wanted to curse him out, but she felt too awful. So she puffed her cheeks and grumbled, Got it. Afraid this girl would think I was being stingy, I hurriedly explained. Normally this small amount of money is nothing, I'd buy you anything else. But these items are things a boyfriend is supposed to buy, you know? Luna buried her beautiful face into the blanket and softly, sweetly mumbled, Then just be my boyfriend. The next morning, Luna came back from buying breakfast outside. As soon as she walked in, she saw me walking out with 2 massive dark circles under my eyes. Brother Leo, what did you do last night? Your dark circles are huge. I turned to look at her and asked, Do you remember what happened last night? Like what you said right before you fell asleep. Do you remember? No? What did I say? Luna looked genuinely confused. I gave her an incredibly weird look. Little dummy, are you serious? Then just be my boyfriend. This phrase had tormented my brain all night, and the person who said it actually completely forgot. Last night, when she dropped that line, I was so utterly shocked that in the span of 2.5 seconds, I had already named our future children. But it turned out Luna just fell asleep. She had mumbled it subconsciously. Seeing my bizarre expression, her face flushed red. Brother Leo, did I do something to you? Or did I bully you? Bully me? Is that even possible? Me bullying you is more like it. Then what did you do to me? Little dummy, it was just a metaphor. A while later, I finished my breakfast and looked up at her. Done eating. Let's go to the market and buy groceries. Okay. She smiled in agreement. She then pulled out her phone and searched for recipes. Seeing a highly liked post from a food blogger, she immediately clicked it. Master these 9 dishes and easily capture your boyfriend's stomach. After a quick glance, Luna added it to her favorites. Then I'll make tomato stewed beef brisket for Leo today. At the market, I bought a crucian carp and 2 blocks of tofu, planning to make fish and tofu soup for the little dummy. Passing by the beef stall, Luna grabbed the corner of my shirt. Brother Leo, wait, let's buy some beef brisket. What for? I want to learn how to make tomato stewed beef brisket for you. Forget it, I'm cooking these next few days. You just sit nicely and wait to be fed. Why? Leo, you can't be this bossy. I want to learn how to cook. Luna chased after me, her face red and her cheeks puffed out. Seeing her acting so adorable, I couldn't help but laugh. Right then, the sound of a camera shutter clicked. Not far away, a guy in a black t-shirt was smiling broadly, holding his phone pointed right at us. Ha, caught you, Leo! Tim, what are you doing here? I just got here from Cloud City. Thought I'd buy some groceries to bring back. As soon as I arrived, I saw you making hard eyes at this girl. Tim pocketed his phone and looked at Luna standing beside me. Hello, little sister-in-law. I'm Tim, Leo's cousin. Hearing this, Luna's face turned as red as a giant tomato. Then, as if she realized something, she blinked and asked, Brother Leo, do you have a girlfriend? I furrowed my brows, thoroughly confused. He called you little sister-in-law? Did you think there's a big sister-in-law? Like the first wife and second wife in period dramas? Tim and I were instantly speechless. What do you do when the genius piano girl is a total dummy? I looked at her with utmost seriousness. Luna, what are you thinking? My only wife will definitely just be you. Luna went oh and lowered her head. A second later, the realization hit her, and her face burned up, 2 patches of rosy red spreading across her cheeks. Leo, you big weirdo, I am not your wife. The crybaby childhood friend who clamored to marry me when we were kids grew up to be the Ice Queen campus belle that everyone worships. I thought we'd never cross paths again after not seeing each other for years, but who would have expected her to suddenly move in with me? And what I expected even less was, after moving in, she would pretend to have a terrible sense of direction every single night just to sneak into my room. Because of all the silver platter behaviors Luna had shown recently, my feelings for her had definitely grown. I had even boldly called her wife, right in front of my cousin at the market. Hearing that, Luna blushed so hard her heart practically leaped out of her chest, and I quickly realized my mouth had run faster than my brain. Right now, my only desire was to pack my bags and relocate to another planet. Just like that, Luna and I walked back to the apartment in total silence. Suddenly, Tim stared at Luna's face in confusion. Bro, I feel like I've seen my little sister-in-law somewhere before. She's the girl who lived downstairs from you when we were kids. Oh, that makes sense. I remember now. She's that little crybaby who always loved following you around, right? I remember you even gave her a nickname. I think it was Little Moon. Tim burst out laughing, drawing the stares of several passers-by. 5 minutes later, we got home. Tim sat on the sofa playing games while I went to the kitchen to make lunch. Luna walked in holding 2 strawberries. Brother Leo, I brought you a strawberry. She reached out and brought the strawberry to my lips. I naturally ate it and smiled. Your face right now is as red as this strawberry. In a fraction of a second, Luna's cheeks exploded into red again. She widened her watery eyes and said pitifully, Leo, you're bullying me again. She's all alone in River City. Even if she gets bullied, no one will know. And this guy just said she looks like a strawberry. Wah, is he planning to eat her too? I was dumbfounded. What did I do now? I just said her face was red like a strawberry. What is she thinking? Dummy. After a moment of thought, Luna realized she had completely misunderstood. Why did he have to say things that make people's imaginations run wild? The fish and tofu soup is ready. Do you want to try some? Seeing a layer of mist form in her big eyes, my heart ached inexplicably. The soft, whimpering sound she made caused my protective instincts to max out instantly. Then, just a little bit, she grabbed a spoon, scooped up some broth, and took a sip. Is it good? I stared at her nervously. Although this wasn't my first time making fish soup, it was my first time making it for Luna. For some reason, I was terrified she wouldn't like it. It's good! Everything you make is good! Luna paused mid-sentence, looking up at me. Realizing I was staring at her, she blushed and lowered her head again. Stop looking at me, please. If you weren't looking at me, how would you know I was looking at you? Don't flatter yourself. I was not looking at you. Luna himphed indignantly, turned and walked out. Looking at her retreating back, a smile surfaced in my eyes. How can a girl be this cute, even when she's mad? No, wait, it's just Luna. Other girls aren't cute when they're mad. During lunch, I served a bowl of fish soup and placed it in front of Luna. I also picked out 2 completely boneless pieces of fish and put them in her bowl. Eat more. Okay, thank you. Brother Leo, you have a piece too. Hey, I'm here to eat lunch, not dog food. Can you guys spare a thought for my feelings? Tim complained, glaring at the 2 of us resentfully. It was clearly a lunch for 3, but he felt like he had been reduced to oxygen. After lunch, Tim and I were chatting in my room. A sweet, soft voice called from the doorway. Brother Leo, the weather is so nice today. Let's go shopping, okay? I want to buy clothes. Luna had an expectant look on her face. You should go by yourself. I'm pretty busy here. I don't want to go alone. Please come with me. I know you don't like shopping, so I won't take long. Luna's expression fell for a fraction of a second before she smiled again. Her eyes were clear and bright. Because she didn't know how to beat around the bush, she exuded a pure, straightforward honesty. All right, let's go. I can finish my work tonight. Experts say it's bad to stay cooped up at home all day. Walking around counts as getting fresh air. I honestly had no idea why I said that. The words just tumbled out of my mouth, but seeing the disappointed flash on Luna's face earlier had instantly made me panic. Yay! Let's go then! A sweet smile blossomed on Luna's face. At 2:30 p.m., the 3 of us arrived at a women's clothing store in the mall. 3 minutes later, Luna stepped out of the fitting room. Brother Leo, does this look good? If you like it, buy it. You don't need to ask me. Brother Leo, I just want to hear your honest opinion. If you say it looks good, I'll buy it. If you say it doesn't, I absolutely won't. Looking at the adorable girl in front of me, I felt utterly helpless. My thoughts are purely objective evaluations, okay? Not a personal evaluation of you. I think it looks really good on you. After leaving the store, Tim couldn't hold it back anymore. Objective evaluation. My foot. Leo, the only hard thing about your whole body is your mouth, Tim. Do you have a death wish? You're mad at me, but why don't you get mad at Luna? None of your business. At this moment, Luna, who was walking ahead, suddenly looked back. She walked up to me, her face flushed. I'm sorry, Brother Leo. Please don't be mad. It was my fault. I shouldn't have asked you that question in front of so many people. I'm not mad, but I feel like you're lying. Luna blinked, staring directly at my lips. Why is his mouth so stubborn? I wonder what it feels like to kiss it. She pondered for a few seconds, then lowered her head, dug into her pink bag, and pulled out a card. Holding it with both hands, she presented it to me, puffing her cheeks. I'm giving you a coupon. You're not allowed to be mad anymore. What coupon? I leaned in curiously. Then, my jaw practically hit the floor. Written in huge letters were the words, "Shower together pass." Recovering from the shock, I awkwardly turned my head away. I am not showering with you. Luna, can you stop serving yourself up on a silver platter? She froze for a moment, then interrupted me. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. Her face turned nuclear red as her little hands nervously gripped her dress. Leo, stop flattering yourself. I just grabbed the wrong one. I meant to give you this meal ticket. She pulled another card from her bag. This one was blue, with meal ticket written in the center. At the bottom, there was a line of small text. Present this ticket to receive a table of delicious, fragrant food, cooked personally by Little Moon. I resignedly accepted the ticket. Where on earth is this little dummy getting all these weird coupons? After an afternoon of shopping, we got home at 6 p.m., and Tim left. Because my grandma's birthday was in 2 days, I started packing my bags to head to my hometown tomorrow. Luna sat on the sofa, watching me go in and out of my room, feeling a strange sensation in her heart. What do I do? We've lived together for a month. I really don't want to part with him. She didn't know why she had these thoughts. Was separation anxiety kicking in again? Just as I was folding clothes, Luna's soft voice drifted over. Brother Leo, can you take me with you? What would you do there? It's my grandma's house, please? Pretty please. Seeing me hesitate, she lowered her head. Brother Leo, do you really hate me? She felt she had no right to ask for this. She was just a boarder here. They hadn't seen each other in 10 years. Maybe Leo already had another Little Moon in his heart. Seeing her look so pathetic, I quickly replied, I don't hate you at all. Then take me with you, please. I'll be really well behaved. I won't annoy you. If you get upset, just tell me, and I'll take the train back by myself. Seeing her acting so wronged, looking like she was going to hide under her blankets and bawl her eyes out the very next second, I really wanted to slap myself. Why on earth was I rejecting her? Okay, I promise, I'll take you. Early the next morning, Luna and I headed to the high-speed rail station. Our seats weren't next to each other. The person sitting next to Luna was a fairly handsome guy. I glanced at the girl beside him and suddenly felt uneasy. What if she falls for that guy? No, wait. What if that guy falls for her? So, I told Luna, don't run off, wait here for a second. I walked over to the guy and asked politely, Bro, mind swapping seats? The guy looked up at me, then glanced at Luna behind me, instantly understanding. Girlfriend? Yeah, my girlfriend is super clingy. We can't be apart for even half an hour. She needs constant physical contact. Bro, say no more. I understand. Honestly, I'm just jealous. The guy interrupted me, grabbed his bag and bolted. The train ride from River City to Spring Crop Town took an hour and a half. When the train arrived, Luna was leaning on my shoulder, fast asleep. Little Lou, we're here. She opened her eyes and slowly lifted her head. Brother Leo, why did you suddenly call me Little Lou? A beautiful smile spread across her bright, captivating face. I wanted to. Got a problem with that? I turned my head away, mimicking her usual tone. I actually wanted to call her Little Moon just now, but the words got stuck, so I awkwardly pivoted to Little Lou. It's fine, you can call me whatever you want as long as it's not my full name. After exiting the station, we soon arrived at the foot of the mountain. Luna listened to me introduce my family along the way, feeling quite curious. Brother Leo, what do Uncle and Auntie do for a living? Little Lou, why does that roll off your tongue so easily? This little dummy is serving herself up again. Petty Leo, big bad guy. Now I'm bad again? What is your definition of bad? When you don't let me do what I want, that's bad. And what if I let you? Luna didn't reply. She just turned to look at me, the smile in her eyes speaking volumes. Just then, my phone rang. It was Mary. Mom, we're halfway up the mountain. Here's the situation. Your grandma and the rest of us came down the mountain and are at your uncle's house. We won't be going up today. You just take Luna and have fun up there on the mountain. The call ended, and I sighed helplessly. Night soon fell, and a heavy downpour started outside. Brother Leo, I'm sleepy. The soft voice of the girl came from behind. Hearing this, I locked the front gates and took her to the bedroom. I'll be right next door. Call me if you need anything. Okay, thank you. Luna's voice sounded muffled, her beautiful large eyes half open and half closed. How can this little dummy look this cute even when she's half asleep? Suddenly, a deafening crack of thunder exploded right above the roof. In a flash, Luna practically teleported into my arms. Thunder, it's so scary. I was at a total loss for what to do. I could only whisper, don't be scared, I'm here. Leo, let's sleep together, okay? I'm really scared. Luna lifted her head slightly, her voice trembling. No, what are you talking about? We have a perfectly innocent relationship. We can't sleep together. But you said during the day that you'd protect me when I was scared. Thinking about it carefully, my expression grew serious. I had heard some girls weren't afraid of heaven or hell, but were absolutely terrified of thunder. I reached out and gently patted her head, softening my voice. Then I'll bring some blankets and make a bed on the floor. If we're in the same room, you won't be scared. After bringing the bedding over, I laid it out on the floor. My grandma's house had a Japanese-style tatami platform bed, so even lying in our own blankets, we were eye to eye. Good night, Brother Leo. I didn't know what to say. This was my first time sleeping in the same room as a girl. Saying I wasn't nervous would be a massive lie. Outside, thunder continuously rumbled across the sky. Luna felt a ringing in her ears. She blinked, looking at me just a meter away. She hesitated for a long time before speaking up. Leo, can we sleep in the same blanket, please? I was just closing my eyes, trying to brew some sleepiness when that sentence nearly made my eyes pop out of my skull. Absolutely not. Please, pretty please, I won't do anything to you. Just share the blanket. No, of course I know you won't do anything to me, but can I guarantee my own self-control? Little dummy, are you dense? We slept together when we were kids. Why can't we do it now? Do you hate me? I thought to myself, kids are kids, we're adults now, how is that the same? This girl couldn't remember important things to save her life, but somehow remembered these trivial details vividly. Just then, another crack of lightning split the night sky. The next second, the room plunged into pitch-black darkness. I felt a draft of cool air enter my blanket, and my body was suddenly hugged tight. Leo, no rejecting me! The power's out! I really need you. After saying that, she even nuzzled against my chest a couple of times. My brow twitched. This little dummy was aggressively throwing herself at me and didn't even realize it. What kind of girl actively dives into a guy's arms? Seeing the damp tears still clinging to her thick eyelashes, I pulled the blanket tighter around her and said gently, "Just this once!" "No." Luna suddenly looked up, a hint of anger in her beautiful eyes. I really couldn't handle her temper anymore. This little dummy was usually so gentle. Why was she being so fiercely demanding tonight? A while later, I turned off my flashlight and finally went to sleep. The next morning, Luna woke up and lazily softly called out, "Brother Leo," but a minute passed with no response. She looked around in confusion and found the spot next to her completely empty. "He slept with me and ran away?" Luna cursed, her face red. Big bad guy. When she walked out of the room, she saw me freshly showered. "Brother Leo, when did you get up?" "I couldn't sleep. After you fell asleep, I got up and played games all night." Luna froze. "Couldn't sleep? She slept amazingly last night." Why couldn't Leo sleep? Did she kick the blankets? Is she an ugly sleeper? Does she snore? While her imagination was running wild, Mary brought my grandma up the mountain. At noon, after everyone ate cake, the birthday banquet began. Spring Crop Town's signature dish was spring crop braised pork. Fatty but not greasy, leaving an endless aftertaste. Of course, that only applied to people who liked braised pork. For those who had never had it but awkwardly put a piece in their bowls, out of curiosity, it was a different story. "Brother Leo, can you eat this for me?" "No. Our relationship is perfectly innocent. Why would I eat your leftovers?" "Just this once, please. If you eat it for me, I'll give you a coupon." "Another coupon?" "I have 5 here, pick one." Luna pulled 5 cards from her bag and fanned them out towards herself. My pupils trembled. "Please don't tell me that shower together pass is in there. Just pick one for me. I'm afraid I'll draw the shower one." Luna's brain instantly exploded. Her face burned so hot she couldn't speak for half a minute. Finally, she puffed her cheeks and declared, I'm not giving you that one. I just grabbed the wrong one last time. That coupon is reserved for my future boyfriend." Hearing this, I reached out and drew the 3rd card. "Obedience pass?" "Yep. If you use this pass, I will obediently listen to whatever you say and absolutely won't resist. Single use only. This is seriously inappropriate." "Does this mean if I hug her or kiss her, she won't resist? Did this little dummy give these coupons to anyone else?" Just the thought of her handing these out to other guys made me incredibly irritable. After dinner, Luna and I headed down the mountain to stroll through the small town. "Little Lou, there's a lot of people out tonight. Stick close to me and don't get lost, okay?" "No. Petty Leo, what's the point of being handsome if you won't even hold my hand?" Big bad guy. Seeing her red-faced and angry, I felt helpless. This little dummy really had me entirely wrapped around her finger. Looking at the bustling crowd, I took a deep breath and firmly grasped the girl's fair, delicate little hand. Luna's face flushed red and she bashfully tried to pull her hand back. "Don't move. You were the one who wanted to hold hands. I didn't force you, dummy. Fine, but you're the one holding my hand, not the other way around." "Whatever. She's a Thunder Genius piano girl." A while later, we arrived at a milk tea shop. After ordering 2 cups, we sat at a table waiting. This shop was right outside a high school, so most of the customers were energetic high schoolers. "Hi there. Are you from Spring Crop High?" A bright voice suddenly rang out. Luna and I both looked up to see a guy wearing a backpack, holding a sophomore geography textbook. "No, I'm not." "Are you from the 2nd high school then? Can I add your WeChat?" "No, I'm not from Spring Crop Town at all, so I won't add you." The guy noticed my expression was icy. Then he saw that we were sitting at the same table. Suddenly realizing the situation, he gave an awkward smile and quickly walked away. "Brother Leo, that guy wanted to add my WeChat. Are you jealous?" "As if I was just helping you reject him." "Didn't you say you don't like adding strangers?" "I don't believe you. You were clearly angry and jealous." Luna seemed to have discovered a new continent. Her beautiful face was red again, but this time with pure excitement. At 10 a.m. the next day, we boarded the high-speed rail back home. "Brother Leo, Spring Crop Town was so fun. Can I come play with you again next time?" Looking at her innocent face, I couldn't help but ask, "Why do you always want to follow me everywhere? Aren't you afraid I'll trick you and sell you off somewhere?" "You wouldn't. I know I wouldn't, but you can't trust people so easily. You just started college. You need to have your guard up. Kind-hearted men are rare, you know," I sighed and said in a low voice. "I know, but you're the only one by my side, Brother Leo. I only trust you." Hearing those words, I felt like my heart caught on fire. I just didn't want to date. That didn't mean I was an idiot. I obviously knew what she meant. I pulled my thoughts back, a smile tugging at the corners of my lips. I pulled a piece of bread from my backpack. "By the way, little Lou, do you want some bread? This taro bun is really good. I was worried you'd get hungry on the train, so I bought it earlier." Luna took the bread, smilingly tore open the packaging, and took a small bite. "So yummy. Do you want a bite?" I'm not hungry, you eat it. This little dummy is serving herself up again. Doesn't she know this is an indirect kiss? No way. You bought it and you won't even take the first bite? Are you trying to poison me? Unless you take a bite, I won't believe it's safe. Luna gave a soft humph and brought the taro bun right to my lips. Seeing this, I took a small bite, chewed slowly, and said with a serious face, "See? No poison, yay!" Luna smiled playfully, then brought the taro bun back to her own mouth and took bite after bite. When she bit exactly where I had bitten, the bread felt incredibly soft and sweet, 1,000,000 times better than her first bite. Right then, a burst of laughter came from behind us. Seeing your relationship is good enough to share a piece of bread puts my mind at ease. Crap, I totally forgot my parents were sitting in the row right behind us. Auntie. Luna's beautiful face bloomed with two suspiciously unnatural red clouds. She actually felt the thrill of being caught puppy-loving by the parents. In fact, she was a little excited. No, wait, Leo and I aren't even dating yet. Luna, it's fine, don't be nervous. You two used to sleep together when you were kids. Sharing a piece of bread now is nothing. Mary got more and more excited as she spoke. She thought her son was a hopeless dense block of wood, but it looked like they were making progress. Mom, don't do that, it's not good. Oh my son is blushing. Fine, I won't look. Carry on, you two. Mary laughed, settling back into her seat. Her laugh was a bit demonic. Feeling utterly defeated, I opened my phone and started listening to music. Luna's ears were flushed red. She turned her head and glanced at me, so handsome. The bread was so sweet, his lips must be sweet too. Her small face felt hot as she stared intensely at my lips. I really want to just taste them right now. No, no, no! My first kiss absolutely must happen on a dark, windy night, or while it's snowing. Innocent and beautiful. Thinking of this, she suddenly really looked forward to winter. The crybaby childhood friend who clamored to marry me when we were kids grew up to be the Ice Queen campus belle that everyone worships. I thought we'd never cross paths again after not seeing each other for years, but who would have expected her to suddenly move in with me? And what I expected even less was, after moving in, she would pretend to have a terrible sense of direction every single night just to sneak into my room. Moreover, as we spent more time together, I realized Luna loved offering herself up on a silver platter around me. Just recently, on a stormy night, she literally dove into my arms and demanded we sleep in the same bed. Left with no choice, I agreed. Fortunately, nothing weird happened between us. Right now, I had just brought Luna back home. As soon as we walked in, she smiled brightly and declared, "Brother Leo, let's do a massive spring cleaning today. The weather is great. Perfect for taking the blankets up to the roof to sun-dry." "All right, you head to your room, I'll clean mine." "How can you do it alone? I want to help you." "But you're a genius piano girl. You have tons of competitions in the future. You need to protect your hands." "Don't worry, Brother Leo. I'll be careful and won't hurt my hands." Luna flashed a gorgeous smile. Okay, fine. Since she put it that way, I had no reason to refuse. 10 minutes later, I was tidying up my room when the girl's sweet voice came from the doorway. "Brother Leo, can I come in? If I help, it'll be much more efficient." Luna looked hopeful. She'd been here a month and had never been inside my bedroom. "No need. I can handle it myself. Aw, don't be shy. If I accidentally see something I shouldn't, I promise to keep it a secret." Hearing this, my face turned red. What on earth is this girl thinking? I finally agreed to let her in. As soon as she walked in, she casually swung the door shut with a click. I froze for a second. "Little Lou, why did you close the door? We've already slept together. What are you afraid of? I won't do anything to you." She just had a habit of closing doors when she entered a room. She didn't have any ulterior motives. This girl's words are getting bolder by the day. How can she just say that out loud so casually? Before long, we finished cleaning the room. "Brother Leo, can you come to my room for a sec? I want to sun-dry my blankets. You can help me fold them and hand them to me. It's not really appropriate for me to go into your bedroom." "Leo, we've already slept together. What are you afraid of? It's just walking into a bedroom. It's not like I'm going to pin you down on the bed." Luna puffed her cheeks, looking thoroughly annoyed. She genuinely just wanted someone to help change the bed sheets. She hated changing sheets. Every time she did it, her back ached. It was always faster with two people. Meanwhile, my old face was blushing furiously, and I just wanted to duct tape her mouth shut. Why does she keep bringing that up? I'm not a guy who blushes easily, but I had blushed several times today alone. Fine, just this once. Entering the room, I took a good look at Luna's bedroom. It was decorated beautifully, soft and cute. But after one glance, I averted my gaze, grabbed the blankets, and walked out. We both went up to the roof. Watching Luna pull out the clips she had prepared to hang the blankets, I suddenly felt a wave of emotion. "Little Lou, I feel like you're going to make a really great wife someday." Luna's cheeks exploded into red. She looked up at me and puffed her cheeks. "Leo, you big weirdo!" "I never said I was going to marry you. I didn't say you had to marry me. I just meant when you get married in the future, you'll be a great wife." "I'm ignoring you. So you want me to marry someone else, huh?" "No, I don't. You're so cowardly and you cry so much. No one except me would even be willing to marry you. Big bad guy Leo, I hate you. I'm so outstanding, how could nobody want to marry me? And besides, I don't want to marry you anyway." Luna couldn't control her racing heart and flushed face. She was both shy and thrilled. "Leo actually said he'd marry me. Was he joking or what? Why can't you just say it clearly, you idiot?" Walking down from the roof, Luna stared at my tall, handsome back. A blush crept up her beautiful face. She took a deep breath, gathered her courage, and asked, "Brother Leo, why did you say no one except you would dare marry me?" I stammered, unsure of how to answer. "Don't underestimate me. It's only been a month since school started, and 16 guys have already tried to pursue me." Hearing this, my brow furrowed deeply. "People are pursuing you? Why didn't I know about this? Why should I let you know? Auntie told me she was worried you'd get tricked and asked me to take good care of you. She said you need to tell me if anything happens." Brother Leo, does that mean I can't date anyone else, but I can date you? I never said that, but since you live here, you have to listen to me. Got it? Got it! Those guys aren't my type anyway. I rejected them all on the spot. Good. What type of guy do you like? I breathed a sigh of relief and couldn't help but ask. She pondered for a moment, then glanced at me. Her face flushed and said softly, "I like a specific person. No matter what that person is like, I'll like him." I looked at her in shock. How could an 18-year-old girl say something so profound? If a guy was liked by a girl like her, he would be happy for the rest of his life. Thinking of this, I felt a surge of envy, even jealousy. I didn't want Luna to like any other guy. If that day ever came, I knew I would be devastated. It would feel like losing something incredibly precious. With that thought, I said earnestly, "Luna, from now on you are exclusively Leo's little moon. You can only call me brother, understand?" Then I added, "Little Lou, your outlook on love is pretty good. But if someone pursues you, remember to tell me. Auntie told me to keep a close eye on you last time." Got it. It's not like I said I was going to date anyone else anyway. I still have my dreams to fulfill. What dreams? Not telling you. She smiled at me. Brother Leo, I want to eat that sour soup hot pot you made tonight. Let's go buy groceries and make it, okay? Let's finish cleaning first, then we'll go to the market. Ever since I made sour soup hot pot for her half a month ago, the little girl was obsessed. She wanted it every weekend. Yay, Brother Leo, I'll wash the range hood. I'll do that. You do the easy stuff. You play the piano often, you have to protect your hands. Brother Leo, why are you suddenly being so nice to me? A faint blush crossed my face before I said gently, "Because you live with me." Luna looked utterly bewildered. What kind of answer is that? Tell me you're a dummy and you won't even admit it. We live under the same roof. If you aren't nice to me, do you expect me to want you to be mean to me? Luna was even more confused. This guy is supposed to be a titanium-grade dense straight guy. Why is he suddenly not so dense anymore? Did his wiring get crossed? This feels weird. No way. If you dare be mean to me, I'll cry right in front of you. Just like when we were kids, I'll wipe my snot all over your clothes, Luna blushed. Who says I'm a dummy? I am the smartest little moon in the world. Her red-faced, puffed-cheek anger made me laugh out loud. She's just too cute. After finishing the chores, we bought the hot pot ingredients. Once the broth was boiling, I tossed the veggies in. So good! Luna ate a piece of tofu, a blissful smile spreading across her face. How come you always look so happy whenever you eat anything? Because I am happy. Your cooking is delicious. Oh, right. What was your dream that you wouldn't tell me earlier? Still not telling you. Luna's face turned red and she hurriedly lowered her head. Why does he keep asking? How am I supposed to say that out loud? After dinner, Luna went back to her room. She opened a pink notebook. On the title page, Little Moon's dreams were written clearly. 1. When I grow up, I want to be a genius piano girl. 2. When I grow up, I want to be Brother Leo's wife. The next day, Luna brought her best friend Vanessa to the apartment. Tim happened to be there too. After lunch, the four of us decided to go to the amusement park. Upon arriving, Vanessa immediately spotted the immersive haunted house adventure. She turned and laughed. How about we do the haunted house first? No way. Little Lou gets scared easily. You two go play. Little Lou and I will wait for you outside. I knew Luna was a coward. She'd probably scream her lungs out in there. No, I want to go too, Brother Leo. Let's go in together. Luna's little face was slightly flushed, her eyes shining brightly. She was definitely scared, but she really wanted to go in with Leo. Plus, her first haunted house trip with him would be such a beautiful memory, and if she got too scared, she could just dive into his arms. She had a million excuses prepared, like, "I'm scared, can't I hug you?" Or, "You're so handsome, why can't I hug you?" Stingy. Unable to outstubborn her, I agreed to take her in. However, once inside, Luna clung to my arm the entire time. Little Lou, didn't you say you weren't scared? When a girl says she isn't scared, it means she is scared. Learn from this, Brother Leo, or your future girlfriend will be mad at you. Once we got deep inside, taking advantage of the dim lighting, Luna looked up at me. Seeing my near-perfect jawline, her face flushed red. No matter how many times she looked at that face, it made her heart race just like the first time. She tightened her grip on my hand, gathered her courage, and asked, "Brother Leo, do you like me?" My eyes widened in shock. Little Lou, what did you say? Why are you asking this all of a sudden? I asked you first. You have to answer first. My chest heaved violently, my face feeling hot. I looked away slightly and said, "I like you. You're my childhood friend I've known since I was 5, and you're my mom's best friend's daughter. If I don't like you, does that mean I have to hate you? That's not the kind of like I mean." Hearing this, I opened my mouth but no sound came out. I admitted I felt differently about Luna, but I hadn't fully figured out my own feelings yet. If I just blurted out that I liked her, it would be disrespectful to her. After a long pause, I asked earnestly, "Little Lou, what about you? Do you like me?" Luna froze, suddenly panicking. Wasn't I the one asking the questions? Why am I being counter-interrogated? Suddenly, as if she figured something out, a pure, adorable smile appeared on her face. Brother Leo, I know. You do like me. Otherwise, you wouldn't have asked me back. I was flustered and about to explain when Vanessa's voice echoed from ahead. What are you two doing back there? We instantly dropped the topic. Luna glanced at where we were. We were still a ways from the exit. Because of the scares, her legs were actually feeling a bit like jelly. She smiled sweetly and asked, Brother Leo, my legs are a bit weak. Can you carry me to the exit? I'll give you a piggyback ride. No, I want you to carry me in your arms. Please? Luna tugged at my shirt and swung it back and forth. Feeling helpless, I scooped her up into my arms. When this girl acted spoiled, it was completely impossible to reject her. A fierce protective instinct surged from the depths of my body. Shortly after, we made it out. Brother Leo, this is the first time a boy has ever carried me in his arms. Hearing this, I asked in confusion, Little Lou, why do I feel like you've given a lot of your first to me? Like the first time washing clothes for a boy, first time holding hands with a boy, first time cooking for a boy, etc. Are there really that many? Luna was stunned. Have I seriously been serving myself up on a silver platter this much? The day before she came to River City, she confidently swore she would never simp. Afterward, we went to a boba shop. I told Luna to sit outside and wait while I went in to line up. But after waiting forever and not seeing me come out, she looked inside and saw two girls surrounding me at the entrance. Is he getting hit on? Luna spaced out, feeling extremely uncomfortable. She bit her lip, stood up and walked over. Brother Leo! Luna grabbed my shirt. One of the girls looked at her and asked me, Is this your younger sister? No, Luna and I replied in perfect unison. Slusma's beautiful eyes were smiling, but she radiated a distinct aura of danger. Does someone who looks like this seem like a sister to you? I look exactly like a girlfriend. So annoying. The two girls smiled at me. Okay, thank you. We'll get going now. Once they left, Luna looked at me with a fake smile. Brother Leo, I just came to get my boba. I wasn't trying to interrupt your lovely chat with them. Interrupt? What are you talking about? I don't even know them. They were just asking for directions, Sure. You sure looked happy chatting with complete strangers. Luna let out a soft hemph, turned, and walked outside. Her back view screamed, Do not mess with me. Little Lou, what's wrong? Weren't you here to get your boba? Brother Leo, I suddenly want to add something extra to my boba. Add what? Let me check the menu for you. Add vinegar. Note, eating vinegar in Chinese means being jealous. It took me a few seconds to realize. Little Lou, are you eating vinegar because you saw me talking to other girls? No, I just strictly want to eat vinegar. What a sunder, little girl. Little Lou, if you want something sour, I'll make you sour soup hot pot tomorrow. How about that? Luna froze, then smiled. Okay, Brother Leo. Also, I want a side of handmade meatballs. In the face of good food, she could forgive anything. Luna was acting very strange today. What she said in the haunted house made my heart a mess, but at the same time, a naive, sweet feeling accompanied it. My heart was actually anticipating further developments. After Vanessa and Tim left, I went back to my bedroom. Ever since Luna moved in, I always locked my door before sleeping, but today I was so exhausted I completely forgot. At 3 a.m., in a half-asleep daze, I felt something suddenly dive into my blankets and gently nuzzle against my chest. Immediately after, a familiar, fresh, sweet scent filled the room. My eyes snapped open. The person in front of me was literally Luna. My heart pounded wildly, and I didn't even dare to breathe. How did this little dummy get into my bed? I kept my voice to a whisper. Luna! Seemingly hearing my voice, she looked displeased, smacked her lips, and let out a fierce, sleepy grumble, looking like an angry kitten with its fur puffed up. Luna's was in an incredibly deep sleep where the slightest noise would annoy her. My expression was grim. I didn't dare make another sound, afraid she might suddenly lift her head and bite me. Luna, you absolute dummy. I knew your sense of direction was terrible. The day you got here, you claimed you weren't bad with directions anymore. Liar! Using the moonlight spilling through the window, I looked at the girl's face. In my mind, I slowly traced the image of the little Luna from our childhood. Before I knew it, I fell asleep just like that. At 8 a.m. the next day, Luna slowly opened her eyes and saw me lying right in front of her. Her heart seized and her whole body froze. Then she saw me open my eyes too. Taking a deep breath, she feigned absolute composure and asked, Brother Leo, why are you in my bed? I was internally screaming. Luna, you are playing the victim here? I haven't even interrogated you yet. Why did you come to my bed last night? This is my room and my bed. It was as if she'd been struck by lightning. Her eyes flew open, and she quickly scanned the room. 2.5 seconds later, her face turned scorching hot, and her breathing grew rapid. What is going on? I just woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water. How did I end up in Leo's bed? Did he forget to lock his door yesterday? Walking into the wrong room was something Luna had done 14 times since moving in. But Leo's door was always locked, so she could never open it. By the time she realized it was locked, she usually figured out she went the wrong way. Snapping back to reality, Luna's face was flushed red. She pulled the blanket up to cover her head. Brother Leo, a beautiful girl getting lost is something that can be forgiven, right? Certainly, I forgive you. It's not like I'm going to demand you take responsibility for me or anything. I don't have a bad sense of direction. Last night was just an accident. You are not allowed to tell anyone. Deal. Right now, I was fundamentally incapable of refusing Luna. Brother Leo, you didn't do anything to me, right? How could I possibly do anything to you? I'm not that kind of perverted guy. I heard all men are the same. Brother Leo, you're actually different. Luna seemed calm on the surface, but internally she was fuming. I've been beautiful since I was a kid. I look like a literal female protagonist. Countless guys chase after me. Am I seriously not attractive enough to catch Leo's eye? So annoying. It's been over a month. Why is it so hard to have a sweet romance with him? At 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, Luna finished class and walked up to the 5th floor with her classmate, Dora. Suddenly, a guy in a black hoodie blocked her path. Luna, do you have time at noon? I'll take you to eat Japanese food. I don't like Japanese food. Also, Dora and I are in a hurry to get to the student affairs office. Please get out of the way. Luna's beautiful eyes instantly turned icy, her tone flat. Okay, then you guys go ahead. The guy agreed and turned to leave. That Henry guy just won't give up, huh? You've rejected him so many times and he still tries to ask you out. Dora sighed, watching his back. He was a guy from the neighboring class. Apparently, his family owned a company. He confessed to Luna just a few days after school started, but Luna rejected him flat out. After her major classes, Luna went to the bakery near the school gates. As soon as she walked in, the boss lady smiled. Little lady, back to learn how to make cakes again? Sorry to bother you. I'm still learning the strawberry cake. This is my last day learning. Last day? Is the birthday of the person you like coming up? Yeah, tomorrow. A smile danced in Luna's eyes. When she walked out of the bakery, Henry walked toward her again. Her smile vanished instantly. Why is he here? Luna, I've been waiting outside the bakery for ages. You have time now, right? Let's go get food. Henry, are you stalking me? Luna looked up, shooting him an icy glare. No, I'm not! I was just walking by and happened to see you. Henry forced a smile, but his terrible acting gave him away completely. That's hilarious. Who do you think you are? Why on earth would I agree to eat with you? I'm serious about pursuing you. I don't know why you won't agree. If you weren't a somewhat famous genius piano girl, I wouldn't even look twice at you. There are plenty of people in this academy who like me. Do I, Luna, need you to look twice at me? A chilling aura erupted from her beautiful eyes. Henry seemed completely caught off guard by her anger and hastily explained, That's not what I meant. It's just that my family wants me to find a girlfriend from the same academy, and you are the most outstanding one. So, I chose you. Get out of my way. I'm going home. Henry refused to give up and tried to pester her further. Just then, a deep, icy voice rang out from nearby. You better stay the hell away from her. Who are you? She is my girlfriend. Who do you think I am?